Today we will be discussing Lewis and Clark. In 1803, President Thomas Jefferson sent two men to explore the Missouri River and to make contact with Native Americans. The two men that were chosen for this voyage were called Lewis and Clark. Two men chose to call their expedition the Corps of Discovery. Throughout the expedition, over 4 dozen men traveled around 8,000 miles along the Missouri River. Clark discovered over 122 animals, including the pronghorn antelope. Among their discoveries were 178 new plants, including one of the most famous, bitterroot. During one of their first encounters with Native Americans, they met a woman named Sacagawea. She helped navigate the men and helped them speak to other Native American tribes. By October 16th, the explorers had used canoes to reach the Columbia River. In some of the journals, they are known to say that they were fearful that their feet would freeze in the thin moccasins that they wore. To stay out of the cold during the winter, the explorers built Fort Clatsop. The expedition finally came to an end in St. Louis on September 23rd. In 1813, William Clark was appointed governor of the Missouri Territory. He held that position until 1820. President Jefferson appointed Lewis governor of the Territory of Upper Louisiana in March of 1807. Unfortunately, after going in debt, Meriwether Lewis shot himself. 7 years after Sacagawea returned to the Shoshone, her and her husband returned to Fort Manuel. Unfortunately, Sacagawea died at the age of 25 due to a fever. Many have different opinions on the Lewis and Clark expedition. Some Native Americans say that this was the beginning of the end for them, that once they came in contact with explorers, that their lands began to change. Some European Americans say that this was the start of a new world for them. They began to migrate to the New World and started making fur trades and farmlands.